because one idea can change your life. And this is going to be the big idea, because one idea can change your life. And what's the idea? The idea is to become the hybrid marketer of the new age, because that's what's paying very high ticket out there. If you're thinking of going back to college, if you're thinking of moving to another country, if you're thinking of changing jobs, don't do it yet. Because there is a book that my mother-in-law recommended that is called El Alquimista in Spanish, The Alchemist. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But that book talks about that your fortune is where you are right now. The only thing you have to do is just change certain things in you, and you can make it happen right there where you are right now. So don't quit of what you're doing right now. Don't ask for less problems, ask for more skill, because it's not the problems that is going to get you to the place that you want to be. It's your skill what's going to get you to that dream car, to that dream house, to that dream lifestyle. It's your skill what's going to get you up there, not your problems. So when you pray at night, if you pray, don't pray for less problems. Please, Barbara, pray for more skill, because remember, skill is what's going to get you to your dream house. Skill is what's going to make you drive that car of your dreams. And what kind of skill, Isaac, you might ask? Audience out there, you might ask, what kind of skill? Well, I recommend, this is just one idea, because one idea can change your life. And that idea today is the hybrid marketer of the new millennium. That skill is welcome in any table of those great buffets out there, where you can grab as much as you want, no problem, because we'll get it covered. It's a buffet, my friend, and anybody that's got this skill is welcome here in this party. And if you want to be welcome in the best tables in the whole world, my great mentor Jim Rohn says that you got to work on your skill. And the one that I recommend, and Barbara recommends, and the one that we're doing right now, 2019 Traffic and Conversions Summit, attending for 3 years in a row, my first wife's year today. I'm going to tell you, is that skill, marketing. You got to learn how the social media works. And it's not hard because you're already using it. You got to learn how to attract business to the business that is around you. So those business owners can be like, hey, Pablito, come to my party tomorrow. Don't forget to bring your skills. You know what I mean? Are you getting the big picture? Because one idea, and this is the big idea. This is the one idea that tonight is not going to let you sleep. That tonight is not going to let you sleep, because you're going to say, man, if I just... Look, you can learn it on YouTube right now for free. You can learn all this. We're not inventing anything. Traffic and conversion is not inventing anything. Everything, it's already there for us. Everything that you need to be successful is within you. And everything that is within you, it's everything that you need to become successful. Because, I'm going to get a little religious right here. Because if you believe in God, God says that you were created on His image. And if you were created on His image, He, as His image, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but hopefully you get the big picture, that idea that we're sharing with you, that He created the whole world and the universe in 6 days with the power of His command voice. He said, I want this to separate from that, and that happened. The only thing He crafted with His hands, it was you, my friend, that is listening right now. And He made you to His image, and so that means that if you're like, not like Him, but at His image, you got power in your decisions, in your word, in what you say, in what you command, in what you demand. There is power within you. And I don't have to know you to know that you got power within you. And that's a phrase that my friend Les Brown has shared with us hundreds of times. That's another mentor of ours. Mr. Les Brown, big shout out. I have learned, and you have showed me that It's not easy, but it's possible. It's not easy, but it's possible. Because if it was easy, all your friends will be able to do what you did already. Right? Can I get a whoop, 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 whoop? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Sorry if I got too deep. Sorry if I got too deep, but that's it, you know.
Keep talking.
Look, like I was saying, either you can learn all those skills on the internet for free right now. Just go to Google and start typing. All right? But you know what? It's going to be very hard for you to unlock that bolt. And in that bolt, that's where all the things that you need to be happy, that's where they are. But I don't care if I give you, let's say there is a 4-digit formula to open that bolt. I can give you all those phone numbers, but if I don't give them to you in the right order, my friend, you're going to be there a decade and you're not going to be able to open that bolt. I know that for a fact. Unless I give you those numbers in that right sequence order, you will be able to open that bolt and be happy with everything that is inside. All right, so what do I mean by everything is for free on the internet and everything is already there for you? I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying. You can just research everything that you want, but it's way easier when you got a map. It's way easier when you got a coach that can teach you this perfect skill. Because Mike Tyson, I know many of you know Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a great fighter. But if it wasn't for his coach, hey, I think he would have a hard time getting over there. Right? His coach made a phone call to Muhammad Ali and he said, hey, Muhammad, I think I got something right here. I want you to talk to him and just talk to him. And I don't remember if he was 17 or 14, but somewhere around there, he talked to Muhammad Ali and he said, look at here. You got this. Just go and do it and listen to what your coach is going to teach you, because everything that you need to know, that coach is going to be able to show. And if you know about sports and boxing, you know that Mike Tyson had a very successful boxing career. He had mistakes in his life, which we all have. But I bet you if he would have got a coach on all those other things, on all those other fields that he felt, he would have been a champion as well. But he only focused on his coach of boxing and he dominated. You wouldn't last 2 or 3 rounds with him in there. He was a beast. And I want to say something to you. You're going to say, well, yeah, he was born like that and he was very fast. And yes, he was. You know what? Yeah, but I got to share something with you. And that's why this big idea is for you. That's why this big idea is going to change your life if you become coachable. Coachable. All right? Because there is no born marketers. All right? Marketers are not born. I got news for you. Marketers are not born. Marketers are made. Thank you. #TCS 2019. Marketers are not born. They're made. And let me tell you, my friend, if you get the right coach, my goodness, the sky is the limit. There's no limits. #905. All right? Let me tell you something. One idea can change your life. And you know how many ideas you get during the day? Hundreds, thousands. You know, Mark Einstein. I don't know if his name is Mark Einstein. The Einstein guy. I don't know his first name, but I know the Einstein. He said that light was faster than anything. The speed of light. And I heard this on another speech from Mr. Jim Rohn. Whoop, whoop to Mr. Jim Rohn. He said, there's nothing faster than the speed of light. And somebody said, no, hold it right there. I think there's something that is a little faster. I think there's something that is just a little faster. And it don't matter if you went by a second, or a mile. Or no, he said, Ben Diesel said, it don't matter if you went by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. All right? And that's exactly what happened. He said, no, there's something faster than the light. And I think it's thought, an idea. Thought. Because one idea, have that ever happened to you? You're like, man, what can I do? What can I do? And all of a sudden you go like, whoa, I got it. Within a millimeter of a second, you had that great idea, and it beat light, the speed of light. So yes, NASA did a great story on that. No, I'm just kidding. But no, one idea can change your life. And if you have 10,000 ideas during the whole day, my friend, I'm not saying to write them all down, but if you get into the habit, and this is something from Mr. Les Brown, if you get into the habit of at least out of the 24 hours that you get in a day, 2 minutes a day or 5 minutes a day, you dedicate yourself of writing idea after idea. At first, it's going to be weird. It's like putting your shoes the other way. Like you always put them right? And when you step, everything feels comfortable. Have you ever tried to use your shoes on the other side, like flip one the other way? It will feel weird. And when you do things in life, it feels like that. It doesn't mean that you can't walk. It doesn't mean that you can't walk because it feels weird. Of course not. It just feels weird. Right? Have you ever written with your left hand if you're right-handed? Have you ever writing with your left hand if you're right-handed, or right-handed if you're left-handed? It feels weird. That doesn't mean that you can't write. It'll be all ugly at first, but if you're doing enough, it will become good eventually. Because let me tell you something. All right? Because I'm having fun. I love this. Because they say that constant beats talent any day of the week. Did I say it right? Consistency. No. Consistency. Thank you so much. You see, I speak 2 languages, and sometimes my English gets trouble with my Spanish, and it gets all around it. But I know these words. My brain is like an old iPad. It takes time to get to the next picture. All right, I haven't done an update on it. Well, yeah, today I ran an update on my TCS, traffic and conversions. Just like that. And that's it, my friend. If you get into 2 minutes or 5 minutes writing ideas, you'll write about 5 to 6 within those 5 minutes. And at first it's going to get weird, but after a while, you're going to get used to it. Imagine 5 ideas during the day. There is 7 days during the week. There's 35 ideas during the week. All right? 35 times 4, that's about 140, 150, something like that. Somebody's going to do the right math, but it's going to be a hell of a lot of ideas that you're going to have them written down on a piece of paper. And then once a week, you do an inventory on all those ideas, and then you break them up to the final 3. All right? And you get the best 3, and then you put them on a book, and you keep them there. And then at the end of the month, you get the best 2 out of those things that you did. And within a year, how many ideas that you wrote down? One of them can change your life. Just one idea, my friend. One idea. If we get into the habit of writing our ideas at least 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes a day. Now, if you ask me, Isaac, have you ever done it? Yes, I have. For about 7 days. My friend, it feels weird. But they said if you want to get into the habit of doing something, you got to do it for more than 21 days. I didn't do it. But you know what the beauty about life is? And that's why I'm sharing this with you, baby. Because today can be the rest of your life. Today, and if you didn't do it yesterday, no problem. If you start today can be the change. So I don't know if you're watching this on a podcast, on a video, on a piece of written. I don't know where you're watching this, but whatever you are watching this at, let me tell you, there might be a link somewhere around where you can subscribe. Because if you like this talk, I want to get your email, because I want to share with you, and my wife wants to share some of these talks for the rest of our lives. And if because you know why? Because there's another philosophy from another of our great motivational coaches, that is, help someone enough to get what they want, and everything that you want, you will get it. Help enough people to get what they want, and everything that you want, you will get it. So I want to help you, my friend. My wife wants to help you. You might ask, hey, who was that other motivational speaker? I'll give it to you right now, because I hope it makes a change in you. That's Zig Ziglar. My friend Zig Ziglar. Big shout out. Can I get a whoop, 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 whoop? Mr. Zig. Thank you so much. That's it for today. Look for that link, subscribe. Baby, anything you want to add to this?
No, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge.
Baby, you know, it's my pleasure. I love this. And this is one of the first million audios that I'm going to do for you guys. Alright? Especially all these audios are for you, baby. Because I know you get a lot of knowledge, a lot of ideas of all the crazy talks that I always have with you. And thank you for listening to me. I love you. And I just want to say that if it wasn't for you, but if I didn't have you, none of this will be possible. And I'm going to share another story with you. Remember our president, Mr. Barack Obama? I don't know if this story was real or not, but this is what I heard. Mr. Barack Obama, president, I salute you. I just want to say, I would like to know if that story was real. But here we go. That story goes like this. They say that once upon a time, Mr. Barack Obama and his wife, Mrs. Obama, was walking into a restaurant. And the chef happened to be walking across a restaurant. And when she saw him and he saw her, they both were like, oh my goodness. They were sweethearts back in the day. It was his ex-boyfriend. And then he said, man, if you would have married, Mr. Obama said, man, if you would have married that guy, you would have been the wife of that cook. And he said, no, baby. If I would have married that cook, he would have been the president of the United States today. So with that being said, baby, I just want to say thank you because of you. And of course, our Lord, my God, you know, but you have a lot of your name all over my success. And just by having you, that's great success for me. I love you, all right?
I love you, baby.
Love your wife.